chair is still kind of wet. I had to get my soursop, finish this off. I think my mama just came home too. Whew. Whew. What's up? What it do? What it do? My mom was like, this video gonna be too much, and she was like, oh, that's you, that's Jazzy. I'm like, that just put me in the mood, like, yeah. But no, I definitely respect that though. Overall, I had a video that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to record it yesterday, but yesterday or just lately, it's just been very internal. Like, I've been spending a lot of time with self, and I'm not necessarily too into expressing myself. But this is something that I definitely wanted to speak on and give my perspective on. Solely because it came up in conversations, and it had been coming up often, but in this particular one, it triggered me in a different way because I was able to see a new perspective that I hadn't thought about. But the concept of it was like when your spirit guides, Most High, when you no longer feel that connection to them, or when it seems as if your spirit guides aren't guiding you. And what I believe that is, or why that is. Now, I spoke with someone and they mentioned it in a way where it's like, yeah, if you're not doing, well, I recognize the fact that if you're not doing what's on your path, it's always going to seem a lot more difficult because just by nature, your soul wants you to go towards a direction that's of you. So when you're doing what's for you, you're doing something that you love, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be your lucky path, you know, and it's going to be a lot more easier to do, especially because, you know, internally your soul knows that that's what it wants, along with your spirit guides. And spirit guides, I definitely believe in those ancestral spirits and just higher realm spirits that are guiding us, because some have been in a physical body, you know, and has elevated past this dimension. But not to be too spiritual, but that's just my personal beliefs, and their job is pretty much to guide or just linger around and help evolutes, even if it's just on an emotional aspect, like, you know, just making you feel good or making you confident or giving you ideas, which I believe some spirit guides, when I say my novel is written from source, that spirit guides and the Most High definitely help evolute my concepts mentally so that I can continue to write this fantasy novel. But when your spirit guides are not doing that for you, because I had a time in my life where I felt like I was truly alone. And that's the thing, you're never really alone once you recognize that your spirit guides are guiding you and that everything is significant for your path. If you're living within your path, you're going to feel connected to your spirit guides, whether you're doing something that makes you feel elevated or something that's a low vibrational activity, you know. But regardless, like, you feel connected to another source, so where you won't feel alone. But when you are in a place, like I mentioned, where you are alone, spirit guides, for the most part, I said, they don't fuck with you. And of course they ain't gonna fuck with you if they feel like you're not doing what you know is of you, because internally, like, that thing that they say you should listen to, that voice inside of you, your intuition, that gut feeling, even if it's not necessarily a physical voice or anything that you could make out to conceptually get something, you know, it's just a feeling in your gut where you're like, nah, I don't like this person, or nah, I don't want to be doing this no more. And you listen to that, you know, or when you don't listen to that, that's when, you know, after a while it goes away. Even like with me, I'm in a place where sometimes my spirits actually communicate with me on the outer, where people will come and give me a message, like, and they don't even know why they're giving that to me. Or another way that they do it is through angel numbers. And when I don't pay attention to the angel numbers, or if I see an angel number often and I overlook it, guess what? It's going to stop coming, you know, because it's like you're not wanting to feed into that. And that's another thing within this realm. It's like you have to, the more you know, the more you know. You never know enough. You never know. And it's just so funny how I'm in a place where I feel like I understand so much, but there's so many other aspects that I don't even know, because I hadn't even tapped into it. So it's that type of concept. when you're dealing with other realms, because we're in the physical realm. So it's possible to just live in this physical realm and not connect to any other aspects, you know, because you're actually seeing and you have like an idea where you're so individualized that your life matters. And it does, because your life is a signature. So you should come here and live within your path and do your own identity and leave your own energy and your own mark. Even if that means you're a garbage man, and every time you see this one person, you say, hey, what's up? And this person can say, oh yeah, I remember that garbage man. Listen, it's not better or worse. It's just about you doing what you came here to do at your energy vibration. Because if you don't, then what that is, even like I mentioned progressiveness in my progressiveness video, like if you're not doing nothing, that's still a form of progressing into another element. So if you want to lower your vibration, you can fuck around, and you don't want to fuck around. I'm just saying, like, this is not a time to fuck around, because this is a time where people need to recognize what's going on, you know. So if you want to act like you fucking around, now more than ever, you will see that your spirit guides will leave your ass, and you feel cold-hearted, and it don't matter if you have the riches in the world, because a lot of times, a lot of people, their goal in this world is to feel like money is what's gonna heal them, you know. And I feel the same goddamn way, but guess what? Because I'm gonna use money to heal the world, and that's what's gonna heal me. It's not just the material gains at all. You know, even though it would make me feel a lot more comfortable to live the lifestyle that I'm living. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all a progress. And I know that the experience is really what is the beautiful aspect of this progress. You know, I know getting there, it's already here. You know, I'm just living it, and obtaining that is really what the power is, because that's what's going to make me the person that's vibrating on the frequency to obtain that finally in the physical realm. But it's already here. And you can't tell. Nah, but if nothing else, like, your spirit guides are more than just guidance. They're like confidence. They're confidants, like, to talk to. And when you do talk, and when you do pray, and when you do ask, and you do make it more clear about what you want, that makes it easier for them to communicate with you as well. So when they're not guiding you, I'm not going to say that what you're doing is wrong. It's just about recognizing that it's something that you can do to elevate that connection. Just working on the connection. A lot of times, you know, in families, you know, when communication is off, like, you feel like this person hates you, and that person probably wants you to love them, and y'all reflecting each other. You know, and that's the funny thing. You don't even realize that you're reflecting the same energy that this person is doing, meaning you're aggressive and you're feeling like you don't want to communicate, when all they want to do is that thing, but it's the ego. And that's what you have to recognize, that the ego is something that is of this realm. Like, that's something that a lot of souls and spirits, not saying that we don't know what it is, but we could forget. Just like when you get a tattoo, you know that shit hurt, but you forget the pain until you actually in that thing. You feel me? But that's besides the point. I really like the way this video flowed, and I thank the Most High and the spirits for helping me express this. Sometimes I feel like I'm challenging myself to get it across, but right now I feel like it's flowing, and I feel like I'm being myself. Might be because I have the aviators on, and sometimes, like, my eyes, that switching makes me feel like, you know, people feel like I'm all over the place. It's not that I'm all over the place. I'm just catching the thoughts, and it's putting it together. You know, I always know where I'm at. I always know how to keep up and how to catch up, and that's just because this is one of my crafts. So it comes easy for me. You know, it comes easy for me to communicate, whether I want to be doing it or not. So yeah, it's all about balance, and it is a very essential thing to remember that you aren't alone. So you always have that energy to go back to and feel more connected to. But if you fear, then you will never receive. If you feel like you don't deserve it, you can never get it. So you have to remember to open up yourself for that as well. And yo, love, Toy.